Hello and welcome back to MTG Money. I'm Matt, your host and owner of EC Hipstar Games in a currently unthawing Eau Claire, Wisconsin. As you've probably heard, Wizards gave us a sneak peek of Strixhaven yesterday, showing off the 5 colleges and, more importantly, the Mystical Archive subset of cards that will be included in Strixhaven packs. The 3 cards we saw were Demonic Tutor, Swords to Plowshares, and Opt. These will be alternate framed cards that will be included at 1 per booster and set pack, along with 3 per collector booster. Later last night, Wizards' Japanese team announced that there will also be alternate art Japanese cards included in Japanese packs and collector boosters for other languages. These feature art by Japanese artists, and the reaction so far has been overwhelmingly positive. Now, with all that being said, it brings us to today's topic, which is the competition of demand between premium versions of the various cards that Wizards is releasing. There are a ton of different versions of cards that you can get now. Think Secret Lairs, the showcase versions, extended art, possibly different arts on cards. And all of these kind of share the same space as far as what players might demand. So we're going to go ahead and take a look at the classic card, which is Sol Ring, and then we're going to apply some rules from that to these new Demonic Tutor reprints, and the same ideas can be applied to any of the reprints that we might be seeing in this 63-card Mystical Archive subset. Okay, so let's take a look at Sol Ring. You've got your classic Commander version that's been around since 2013 or so, and they've reused the art multiple times for that. That one's hovering around $2 right now. You've also got the classic art, which has been around since Alpha. Obviously, the Alpha and Beta printings, just because of their age and rarity due to that, carry a premium. You also got the Magic Fest version, which runs about $5 or so. And below that, you've got the highest priced modern version of the card, which is the Kaladesh Invention. And that's from a combination of having a very unique look, along with being quite rare in the Kaladesh cases. And then on the bottom right, we've also got the new Black is Magic Secret Lair version. And then moving on to the second page, we have the Commander Collection Green version, which is primarily obviously targeted at green mages, and that's hovering around $4 to $5 right now also. And one more version to check out is the extended art version of Sol Ring from the Commander Legends product, and that is the same art as, well, that they've been using since the 2013 Commander, just blown up slightly and with the borders taken off. So what lessons can we learn from looking at the Sol Rings? I think the main lesson there is that you've got the higher tier of cards like the Kaladesh Invention, the Alpha and Beta, and those are all primarily based on rarity of the card, not so much on the different treatments that it has. And I would expect, for what it's worth, the Black is Magic version of Sol Ring probably to end up in about the $10 range, just based on the other cards that we're seeing. Now, getting back to the Mystical Archive subset, Wizards has announced that on the normal versions, not the Japanese special versions that we know of, as of right now, the cards will also come with a special gold etching version. And if they do something similar with the Japanese version, essentially making a more rare subset in the Japanese subset, they may become a new chase card that could unseat some of the higher tier versions of those cards that we see right now. And either way, we're going to see something like the Demonic Tutor reprint specifically take down some of the prices of the other more modern printings of Demonic Tutor, such as like the Ultimate Masters version. For my final thoughts on the issue of what is essentially dilution of demand between premium cards, I think Wizards has clearly heard the call of players that they want cheaper cards, and one of the ways that Wizards has done this is by printing different versions of those cards. This does come at odds with players wanting their collection to hold value. However, it obviously makes Wizards more money if they can sell more versions of the same card that they've already designed. It makes cards cheaper for players that may not have the cards already, and it gives us all new versions that we can show off in our decks. So although there might be a slight pain if you're holding onto a card that ends up getting reprinted, I think overall for the health of the game, it is a good thing. That said, gone are the days when you can bling out your commander deck and expect it to hold the same value 2 or 5 years from now that you put into it today. And to that end, I think players can do one of two things. First is to buy the cheapest version of any given card that you want for your deck, which obviously gives that card less room to fall. The second option is to buy whichever version of a card appeals to you, knowing that no matter where the price goes, you will take the satisfaction in knowing that you've got the card that most appeals to you in your deck. And that wraps up my thoughts on competition between premium versions of cards, especially as it relates to the Mystical Archive in Strixhaven. I want to thank you all for watching. If you liked the video, please like, subscribe, and share it. And I will be back with another video on Monday talking about buy listing cards.